Kansas City. I'm Mr. Smiley, and I'm here. I'm happy to have on for the second time Evil Pawn Jewelry and their representative and owner, Faith.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for coming on the show again. Again. And there's a reason why I keep reiterating again, because the last interview ended up being just a little chaotic. And it's almost so bad that it should never be shown again. And look, it looks like the guys of Swill actually are just now showing up. I think they're walking in the door.
That is awesome.
This works out perfectly. Come on in. Come on in. The water's fine. Yes. All right, we got the guys from Swill coming through the door, and we're going to be interviewing them next. Straight that way. Thanks for coming, guys. We'll be interviewing Swill. Everybody stay tuned. We'll be talking to them at about 6:30, 6:45-ish. Outstanding. And but like I was saying, the last interview, it wasn't so normal. I was completely intoxicated, right? Hammered. You got me to put on some of your jewelry, did you not?
Shirtless.
Now, that's always a sign that somebody might have had too much to drink when, I'm shirtless with your jewelry on. Don't you think?
I think that you cared enough to model my jewelry. You were being a good person.
Well, I definitely want to rep the EPJ, and it's not very often that dudes get that opportunity. Although I have seen recently you posted some stuff about some male jewelry, some rings and stuff for the males.
Yeah.
What's going on with that? Is that a new trend, or has that been around for a while anyway? What's going on?
I usually have something for guys, but not a lot of stuff. For a while, I've had a guitar string ring that was very popular.
Yeah.
And every time I throw something out there that could even maybe be guyish, guys suck it up like a sponge. I'm getting the picture, and it's constant on the page. Where's the guy?
So guys are like, hey, my girlfriend's wearing Evil Pawn jewelry, and I want to be able to wear it too. They feel left out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well that's good for you. I mean, hell, I bet you wish that the family pet would buy your jewelry. I mean, if that would happen, that could only help, right? But anyway, I am very happy to have you on the show tonight, Faith. I hope everyone out there watches this interview and goes and checks out your jewelry if they haven't been already. You are very popular around the Kansas City area. You have all kinds of people checking out your Facebook. You've got close to 10,000 likes on your Evil Pawn Jewelry page, which is ridiculous. I mean, it's 10 times more than most of the popular bands around here. But yet you somehow seem to be under the radar in some areas around here in the music scene and stuff. You maintain this underground sort of feel while being so popular. How do you manage that, you think?
I don't know. Because I want to stay home. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's not a plan. It's not a big plot. Okay.
No.
But so I know a lot of your fans are tuning in right now. It's probably the first time maybe they've seen a KC Anthem interview, and we're gonna do this right today. We're gonna stay sober. Right? We're looking at your website right now, evilpawnjewelry.com. Since last time you were on the show, it looks like it's gotten even nicer. It's got a real HD look to it. Yeah. Real high quality stuff. Everybody go there right now and maybe buy a ring or two.
Oh my goodness.
Are these things for sale right here? What is that?
Those are runway pieces, and actually those are not available anymore. They're gone.
But they used to be. They sold out.
Yeah, they're one of a kind. Those were shown in the 2010 18th Street show.
Really?
Yeah.
18th Street show, something we're going to talk about. I guess we might as well now. I don't want to get back into, at some point, if you demand it out there, Kansas City, I may repost the first interview for a day. But I've got to have at least
Don't demand it.
Yeah, Face says no.
Don't demand it.
But it's bad. It's worse for me than it is for her. I guarantee you.
No.
But anyway, we got more into her history, and she has an extensive background, obviously, in jewelry making. You're a jeweler. That's hard for me to say. And you're a silversmith. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. And so it's obviously doing very well for you. You've been doing this for quite some time. I mean, when I'd had you on last time, you had been doing it for a long time, and you had a lot of followers. And now, how do you think things have progressed since you were on the show last? What has happened for Evil Pawn Jewelry in the last 2 years?
More jewelry, lots more jewelry, piles of more jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite part. You know, people can ask me, you know, what's happened. But it's almost like a whirlwind. You kind of just don't even remember what you just did last week because you did 5 or 6 different things, you know?
Right.
My main concentration is making really cool jewelry, really cool designs, and making sure that it means something, that it's something more than just, you know, you're making it because you have to, but you're making it because you need to.
Right. And I noticed that you have a lot of jewelry that you phase out, and that's one of the staples of your business is that this piece may not be around forever, right? They're more exclusive, and that has more of a draw, and it kind of makes people foam at the mouth and makes them want to get that piece of jewelry before it's gone forever, right?
Yeah, but that's actually not why that's done.
Okay.
Usually, a lot of the pieces have kind of a history. Maybe when I designed it, I was thinking of something in mind. Usually something that I'm trying to maybe emotionally get over. And there comes a point when you've made something so many times, you're over it. And it really doesn't have anything to do with, you know, get it while it's good, because I never realized that until recently. People are like, you know, I got to get it before it's gone. And it's really just about me just being done with that personal thing and going on to the next thing. Because, you know, everybody can, you know, maybe cure a lot of the things in their head, emotion eating, alcoholism, you know, doing whatever you need to do to get over things. But the best thing for me is to create. You destroy to create. So if I continually design these things to work out the emotion, it'll finally go away. And then that piece is gone too.
Wow. I did not expect that as the answer. That is cool. And I think that must shine through your jewelry company, the realism that you're putting into it. I mean, we're talking about putting emotions into what you do in your craft, talking about it being an outlet for you, a creative outlet, kind of like what I'm doing with the show and everything. That's what makes the people, I think, cool and successful around here. And that's very awesome. That's very real. And that's probably why a lot of people continue to follow you so often and keep buying your jewelry. And so let's talk about you getting out and about and interacting with the fans at events and stuff, because I know that you've been doing a lot of things, even recently, even this year. I want to show a couple pictures that I found online here that I thought were just cool. They just really rock, and they show how popular this really is. You were talking about 18th Street, and this is an event. Let me see if I can really zoom in here.
I'm wearing the corset with the Evil Pawn.
This to me here, and we've got another one from the same event. Looks really good, and I mean, you've got this camera guy here. You've got all these guys. They're clapping and everything, and it's like a movie. It doesn't even look real. And what is it like to be walking on that stage right there and having all that going on around you? Do you get caught up in the moment there, or is it just another day for you?
Well, I don't want to say it's another day. Well, usually it's like what I was saying. It's like a whirlwind. Later, you're like, did that just happen? Wow, you know? And like the event I was talking about that we went to in California, we got back and we're like, did that just happen? No way. It's kind of like when it's happening, you just don't even realize it's happening. You're just like, hi, everyone. Hi. Oh, my God, I can't wait to hang out with you. Later, I was hanging out with Alice Cooper. It was just totally like, that's how it is. You're just like, what just happened? You know? And that particular event there, I mean, these pictures, to me, it doesn't look real. It looks like a movie. And I'm thinking Black Swan-esque kind of deal here. Black Swan 2, maybe you could be in that. No. Have you been approached? No. No, you know what? I did an interview with, you remember that? I did an interview with a magazine. The girl was like, have you seen Black Swan? Were any of those your pieces? I was like, no. Do you really think I'm that cool? I mean, what just happened? She just asked me that in an interview. It was really cool. No, I wasn't approached for that. That's all Natalie Portman and some feathers or something. Yeah. Wow. I kind of think that maybe you could have played a role in that movie making and the costumes.
And also, someone else around here, was it Oblivion that you're friends with? And that's who you're also in that picture with on here.
Natalia, yeah.
Is Natalia from Oblivion. She's really cool, and we're going to get her on the show in the future. Casey Anthem's trying to be diverse here and not just have bands on. We're going to support all the local cool types, you know? And if you're one of those cool types, you can hit me up. Jewelry is something that, you know, I never expected to be so big and so localized and underground, but you have found, I think, great success with it. And what would you say to someone else out there who is maybe thinking about doing something similar? I mean,
well, if somebody wants to, there's so many different aspects with jewelry.
Yeah.
And it's not like it used to be high-end costume jewelry, like Sarah Coventry, things of that nature. You don't see that anymore.
Right.
So if somebody says, I want to make jewelry, there's different places, avenues that they could go, but there's a big gap. High-end costume jewelry. You can become a bench jeweler. You can do beadwork. You can work at a fine jewelry store. And I've been one of the, she has too. I've been, you know, that bench jeweler. And when it comes down to it, there's really not an area for high-end costume jewelry anymore. And that's maybe why it's interesting, because it's still affordable, but it's also not plastic. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what it is. There's a big hole there that people don't do anymore.
Is it because of people can't afford it, or is it just not the style anymore?
I don't think that. I think that people would rather go into jewelry business and go into fine jewelry because there's a lot of money in it. Mm-hmm. The kind of jewelry that I make, like anything silver or anything that is more high-end but costume, it's not really, you're not going to make $1 million off of it. You know, it's going to be very hard to, you know, climb out of that. So I think that maybe that's why fine jewelry took over, you know. And then again, I really don't like seeing really cool pieces that are plastic or really expensive when there should be this middle ground for everybody to be able to buy, you know?
Right.
And I do things that are from $25 all the way up to $1,000, you know? You need a wide range.
Yeah, okay, definitely. And so if somebody else did want to start a business like what you do similarly, I mean, is this something that is commonplace in America? Is there a lot of other people in individual cities that are doing their own little underground?
I do. I think that there are. I think the only thing about it is, okay, for instance, maybe this time last year, it was proven to me in my face that I was only hitting 2% of my target market. And I was just like, that's it? You know, with all of this stuff that I do and how hard I try, I'm only hitting 2% of my target market. I mean, that's ridiculous. And it's went up, but I think there are a lot of people out there, and it's just really hard to get out there.
Okay, so to get the marketing aspect, and you do have your own marketing and PR type of people, right, that are doing that with you. How did you come upon finding these people to help you out?
Well, actually, it's kind of funny because I started using a lot of social media and different stuff just this year. I did an event. God, what was it? It was the Love is Louder. Louder is Love. It's a charity, so I shouldn't get that wrong. It's a charity. It was a charity event, and I found a few people there. And then also, you know, you can read and you can educate yourself on how to maybe hit the target market that you're trying to hit. Mm-hmm. And one thing that I've noticed though is I thought, especially when I was younger, that my jewelry was for people that listen to metal. I mean, that's what I listened to. So I thought people listen to metal. People that, you know, were like me. But more and more it seems like, people on the news, you know, people in all these different areas actually like it. I'm like, why do you like that? You know, and then I'm like, wait, why am I questioning it? You know? Yeah,
totally. And that's what you would think too. It's evil pawn jewelry. It seems like it has a more gothic
everybody thinks that because of the evil pawn. Yeah.
But you have found that even people on the channel 5 or 9 or whichever channel, local channels and places, people all over have been wearing your jewelry. Let's talk a little bit about some of the more popular people that have been wearing your jewelry besides me. Besides myself.
you.
Yeah.
Besides you. I don't know if there's anybody that could top that, but
Yeah.
we'll try.
Yeah, thanks. But you've had, okay, first of all, you've got this Masumi Max girl who is going to be modeling
Yes.
soon. Yes.
Next week. She's doing, I just got confirmation today, well, actually a few weeks ago, but then it got postponed, that a girl named Jillian Hughes is going to be shooting her wearing a couple of my pieces.
And these are some pictures of her on here. You might want to be over the age of 18 or something to look at some of these.
Yeah, don't put those on Facebook. Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, well, it's fine. There's no FCC. We don't care. And if you did see a nipple there, it was pixelated to the point where you couldn't really make it out, so it's no big deal. But that was the girl who is going to be doing some music videos for some major bands and stuff coming up too, right? So it's a big move for you to have this girl come on and model your jewelry. Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I'm a fan. I just think she's really good at what she does. It's not like you're looking at the images and you're just seeing, but some people have a gift for modeling. She's definitely one of those people that is gifted, because even the most beautiful person can't take a good picture. The most photogenic person cannot take it. I've learned this just, booking models, and I think that she's truly gifted.
Well, that's very badass. What's some of you were talking about music videos she's going to be on soon. What are some of those music video bands, like Bush, you said?
Yeah. I read them off in my phone.
Okay. But there is quite a few, and Masumi Max, we're going to add her to the tags in here to tag this interview. That's why I want to talk about her. And you also have this girl from Terminator 3. A girl
Rise
from
of the Machine.
A girl from Terminator 3. That's not actually the Terminator, is it? Is that her? It looks like her.
Oh, yeah.
That was the actual.
She's wearing my stack choker in that picture.
Wow.
Yeah, the
right
chick
there.
in the red leather suit going around blowing
totally.
things up. Totally.
Yeah.
That is so empowering.
That is
You know what I
wild.
mean?
That is wild. I can't believe that you had somebody from the Terminator movie, not only just somebody, but the Terminator herself. The only female Terminator in any of the movies, I think.
And that's why she's wearing Evil Pawn.
That's rocking. Yeah, that's total women power right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Taking over the world. And who else have rocked your jewelry? You've got all kinds of people on here you were going through and pointing out on this.
Rachel from Saddle Ranch. Mm-hmm. If you keep scrolling down, that would help me out a lot. That's not even the album that all of them are going to be in. But
I've show this picture real quick.
Samantha.
It's pretty cool. That's rocking.
That's when I was young and wrinkle free. Yeah, Samantha Mumba, you're right. Paula Abdul. Mia Tyler.
The American Idol Paula Abdul herself.
Yeah, the picture's on the Facebook page.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah, it's
that's just impressive. It's really hard to soak in whenever you have such big names wearing your stuff.
Whirlwind. I'm not even with it. I'm like, what happened?
Right.
Yeah.
And so what's the next level you think that you could attain here except for just superstardom?
Well, see, all of those things to me are like 100%. They're not my goal. They never have been, and they're still not. It's kind of like the reason I named the company Evil Pawn Jewelry.
Yes.
It's not evil and it's not a pawn shop. The whole thing behind that, it's about becoming and maybe just shedding all of the damage and all of this. I can't cuss, can I?
Oh, you can.
Shedding everything that has actually happened and that has burnt you, getting it all off of you and becoming the person that you're supposed to be. Right. And through designing and through making some of this stuff, I am able to not only express the person that maybe has been held down in my past, but I can also, become that person more and more every day. And it's more about an awakening and kind of like a place that I'm trying to go. And so whenever people tell me that, I'm popular, I'm known, that doesn't even matter, because it can all end tomorrow and I'm still going to be in my kitchen and I'm still going to be making stuff. Because if I don't, then I'm never going to, realize that nirvana, that place that I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to maybe figure out why and what it's all about, you know? And I do that through creating.
Well, I mean, yeah, that once again, that's very deep, and I respect that. What you're saying, it's very real and very honest. And that's the kind of people that I like to meet around here. And you seemed like that person when I first met you, Faith. And I that's why I wanted to have you on the show again, not only because I've just seen your popularity just continue to skyrocket, but because, and not only because I ruined the last interview by getting completely intoxicated.
It was funny.
Yeah, it's funny, but
he's taking all the blame. I was drunk too.
Highly embarrassing.
And everybody here was drunk. The camera guy was
drunk.
Everybody was drunk.
Yeah, the camera guy was drunk.
We were just
I was
drunk.
Blackout drunk. I mean, I was black. I don't remember the last half of the interview. Like,
if people request to see it, let's just not.
Okay. I'm actually thinking, I've always talked about starting a subscription service and having a separate section of the site for where you got to pay to see them, and that might fall into that category.
Can we just?
I'll split the profits with you, Faith. All right.
Give my half to charity, and don't tell me you're doing it because I don't want to know.
Right on. But you're awesome at what you do, and you seem like a really genuine person, and that's what really matters in this world, is meeting those people that are just doing it because they want to do it and they enjoy doing it, and it's a creative outlet for them. I mean, that's what's awesome about what you're doing. So I wish you more and more popularity. I don't want to say popularity, but it's success, because you don't necessarily want popularity, but you want to be successful and you want to get your jewelry out there. And hey, I don't see any reason why that wouldn't just continue. It seems to be going in a good direction. So, we've got evilpawnjewelry.com. Anybody who's watching should go there and look at it. Let me see if I've got some questions on here that I haven't asked yet. Let's talk about music for a second. We're about to have Swill on as soon as this interview's over here. In probably about 10 minutes, we'll be having Swill come on. So stay tuned out there. What do you think about the local music scene? You kind of fit into the local music scene yourself with your jewelry. I mean, you come out and you set up shop at your show, at people's shows sometimes, and things like that. Like you were up at Harley Hot Rods a long time ago for the Troglodyte and Serrated and all these other bands that played there. And I actually have footage of that and with you that I've never done anything with. I'll have to do something with that at some point.
Throw it out.
Yeah, I'll have to get it out there. But so, are you still doing that stuff? Are you still going out to concerts and?
Yeah. We usually do lots of tables. Lots of tables. The local music scene, though, I noticed that it used to be just people that I knew, and now like all different scenes, different sectors are asking me to come do tables. And sometimes it's kind of like, do I do the table if I don't know who the band is? Maybe I can learn who the band,
Right.
But most of the stuff that I know about is more of the harder scene. But
the heavier metal stuff, you mean? Yeah. Well, that's me too. That's mostly, at least how I got into this scene. Of course, I know all the different genres now after doing the show for a long time, and even we had rappers on a couple weekends ago. We had Pin to Life rap label with rap group The Youngins was on, and we had Mental Breakdown and Wasteland Warriors on, and that was their debut, Wasteland Warriors. So everybody can check those interviews out at kcanthem.com, along with all kinds of new stuff we've been doing there, like revamping the page and making it easier to navigate. And even, I have to say, I want to give a shout out to Metalhead Brian and Chad Ruddle. They're a couple of cool guys. And, Brian went and donated a little bit to KC Anthem, which we do need that because it costs money to run this show, and we don't charge for interviews. So the only way that we can make any income really is to sell merch, which I'm working on, and have you help us out with donating. So go check out kcanthem.com and consider, $1 or $2. And we've added subtitles to some of the videos for the hearing impaired on the show. And I'm also going to work on subtitling this interview right here as soon as I can to get it out, because I know that at the very least Chad wants to watch it. And hopefully a lot of other hearing impaired individuals around Kansas City would tune in as well. So that's some of the new stuff going on there. Just keep checking out the website, people, and facebook.com/KCAnthem. We just added a fan page, facebook.com/KCAnthemTV. so you can go there and like it. You know, we gotta go like everything now. That's what we do on the internet, right? For some reason. And last time you were on, Faith, we were talking about your MySpace. I know that, you know, and think how that is definitely a major change and transformation. I don't think you probably had a hard time transferring your fans onto the Facebook because they probably just heard after you. Right, but
they're not fans; they're my friends.
Okay,
you can ask her. I know, like a lot of people that have bought jewelry from me. They'll come up to the table and they'll be like, "I bought something from you in this year," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, your email address is this and this and this. You own this, this and this, and your son's name is Jeff." You know, like I have one of those memories.
So you have a phenomenal memory then.
Only with people.
Yeah.
If I find, because I find it completely important, but if it's not something that I don't find important, then I don't care to remember it. But people, I remember everyone. It's
That's
so
really
weird.
Cool.
It is so weird.
Yeah, no, that works out well for you though, and that helps with your personal relationship with these fans.
That's why I'm really social. Like I'm a social butterfly anyway, so it kind of goes with it hand in hand.
And so back to the music scene for just a second.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going in a good direction though? I mean, you said you have more people hitting you up from different genres. Is that because maybe there are more genres, or is Kansas City getting better for music in the last couple of years? What do you think?
I definitely think, I hope, what does it matter what I think, you know? But I really think that it is getting better, but there's a lot of things that I personally don't approve of, I guess you could say, but there's always room for improvement. Eventually, you know, a lot of the clubs, a lot of things that I've seen happen to bands because of the clubs, how things are set up, you know, she's in a couple bands, you know, it's Kansas City too, because if you go anywhere else, not everywhere else, but anywhere else, you know, bands should be treated a lot better. And also the whole thing with Kansas City, I think that I would like to see more female bands. How, you know what I mean? Like a lot of other places, maybe. I know we're not Los Angeles.
We just had Mad Libby on. They're a great band.
Yeah.
Dana is in that band. Shout out to Dana as well.
I like Dana.
Awesome. And we've had In Like on this year.
You need to have
female
Forever Grey. Have you ever
vocalist.
had Forever Grey on?
I've not ever had Forever Grey on.
The bass player,
No.
Karen's a really good friend of mine. I know them all, but Karen is a really good friend of mine, and they're really good.
I've heard of them. I have.
Yeah.
And I need to get them booked. I mean,
I'll link you guys.
if you want to be on the show, we've got next weekend here real quick while I'm thinking about this. I'm kind of doing my outro as we speak here. I'm having Discreet on the show. Nice. Very happy to have Discreet on. Now that's some heavy stuff, guys. And I'm also going to be having Shudder on, which there's another female singer, Kara, which is the singer of Discreet's wife. Yeah. And so there's going to be like a wife and husband thing going on that day, which is cool and rare, especially in the local music scene, to have lead singers be husband and wife. And they're both incredible at what they do in extremely different styles. So it's going to be a good interview. That's going to be next weekend. It's going to be Saturday, the 3rd. And then the following weekend after that, we've got Unwritten Rules going to be coming on the 9th. That's actually going to be on Friday. So, and then after that, it's going to be all Saturdays because I started school at UMKC. And so I've got school on Fridays. And I skipped school today to do this interview, which is the first week, so who cares, right? But but enough about me. I definitely loved having you on again today, Faith. And we kept it together. And we talked about, like, pertinent information, I think.
Yeah.
You know, things that matter. And I might end up at least giving you a copy of that on our interview so that you can reminisce.
You did.
Oh, did I?
I think you did. I have it on disc.
You probably made me. You were probably like, I need it. You better give me a copy.
I wanted the edited, because we have an edited copy, and it wasn't very edited. It was as edited as we could do.
It was, and you should see the unedited. Yeah.
Oh,
no, I mean, it's like,
you know what? JD just texted me and asked if Chris Wilson was here. No one's drinking.
No, Chris Wilson is not here, and that's why we're all sober on our best behavior.
Hey,
but,
I speak the truth.
One more thing is I'm going to Crypticon after this. So anybody that's watching, I'll be out at Crypticon. It's the horror convention. And so say hi to me. And I'm going to be out there filming and getting interviews with people as well. And you'll see the footage on kcanthem.com. And here we go. We'll look at evilpawnjewelry.com one more time. That's where everybody needs to go and
Go
check
to the
out your
like
jewelry.
page. Go to the like page.
And add her as a friend on Facebook. Like her, all that stuff. There you go. There's a Facebook link. You've got 9,973 fans. So let's see if we can't get that up to 10,000 by the end of the day.
Yeah, by the end of the day.
Oh, that could easily happen.
Yes.
It's some interesting stuff. I love these pictures, by the way.
Thank you, thank you. Lots of different photographers. There are lots of different photographers.
Very cool. And so, and anything that you have to say in closing? Anything we didn't touch on here before we have Swill come on?
No, not at all.
No, not at
I
all.
want some ice cream.
Thanks for coming in, Katrina. You know, you didn't really want to be interviewed, so I didn't ask you anything, but we wanted another pretty lady on the couch to help even it out, all right? And so here
she
you
works
are.
for Evil Pond, so it works. She's
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you've got a couple bands, and you're in the music scene, and I'll have to talk to you about that in the future and see if we can't get you or one of your bands on or something, you know? All right. Well, it sounds good. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. This has been a very laid back and normal type of interview, what we were looking for today. Now we're about to have Swill come on, which could turn the tables. Could change the tide of the way things are going today for the more extreme. So stay tuned. I'm going to stop the stream for a minute. Whatever video is playing is going to come up and play. I don't know. You might see me drinking alcohol, or you can see me interviewing some other band. You just never know what's going to come up. But we'll be back here in about 5 minutes with Swill. So thank you for tuning in, everyone. This has been Evil Pond Jewelry and the lovely Faith from Evil Pond Jewelry, everyone.